hello everyone. Happy Halloween. I know we have Christmas music playing, but it is Halloween. We are going to craft Christmas. However, I do have my spooky Halloween earrings on, so I'm trying to do both holidays. Love them. You're prepared for spooky. Well, I didn't do spooky since we're not doing spooky projects. It's a little too late for spooky projects since it is Halloween already. And I'm focusing on Christmas. So hello, everybody. Hello. So good to see everybody here today. Like I said, happy Friday, last day of October. How are we here already? I don't even know. I don't think I'm really comprehending. I don't know if I'm ready for it. I don't know. Because I think it's full force holiday season, right? My daughter texted me earlier to tell me that she's off today, so she's putting up her Christmas tree, which made me laugh. Hello, multitasking. Danae said, yes, I am multitasking today. I mean, it is Halloween. I am going to pass out candy. I'm going to put my witch hat on, for my trick-or-treaters. So I'm trying. Let's see. Hi, everybody. So Susan said, so excited for Christmas projects. So, if you guys have not seen my community page on YouTube, I did post like an updated schedule for November. For the most part, it's going to tell you kind of what you can expect for lives. There is an additional live thrown in on a non-Friday, focusing on Pretty Pink Posh November release products. So I'll have 2 lives for Pretty Pink Posh in November, plus our weekly Friday lives. I think there's only 1 week, if I'm remembering correctly, where I don't have exactly what I'm going to do quite yet. Still working on that. It just kind of depends on what I know is coming. So you can always check that out and make note of what we're going to be doing during the lives. Today, we're going to be focusing on the October Club Kits from Spellbinders. I know that the club has closed. It closes on the 27th in preparation for the next month. However, anything that you see me use today, if you are not a member of a club, I will be updating the links as they become available individually, which means on the 10th of the following month, products become available. So, if you like to hold out and you maybe just want to pick up 1 or 2 things, you can always pick them up then. And I thought a lot of you probably get the kits, and it's just good inspiration no matter what product you have. My motto is always use what you have, shop your stash. If you're inspired, maybe you have something similar and you can create something similar like that. Tabitha says, yay for Pretty Pink Posh Lives. Yay. Susie said, okay, let me see what I missed. Having a volume issue. Your volume is low. It is really loud on my end. It looks like, is anybody else having a volume issue? Let's see. Yeah, you might go out and come back in. Sometimes that helps with that. Maureen says, such a great club. Yay. Thanks, everybody. So, a couple of other things I want to note besides my upcoming lives. Monday, there's a super fun release from Simon Says Stamp, so stay tuned for that. Monday, there is also the Hero Studio release. It's a really good one. You guys will know. You've probably seen some sneak peeks already on social, so you'll know why I love it. Check that out. It's beautiful weather for trick or treat, Monica said. It is so good. It's cool here. So I feel like it's finally Halloween. The leaves are falling. The leaves are turning and falling. So good. Tabitha says, use what you have. We all know she cannot do that. I love that. Okay. Oh, thanks. Lynn likes my earrings. That's so sweet. Okay. I am going to get my Glimmer on. We're going to do all of our glimmering first, I think. It's minimal, and I'm going to try to do 3 cards for you guys today, so stay tuned for that. Oh, wonderful. Oh, Sheila, thank you. That reminds me. So, I know I talked about this already once in a live, but I want to keep mentioning it because now through November 16th, you can save 10% off Spellbinders products with my code Nicole10. So it's my name, Nichol 10. And there are some exclusions. Clubs are excluded, clearance is excluded, but if there are some things that you're looking to get, you might want to use my code for some extra savings. And we all like a good sale, right? Let's see, Donna, I can't wait to see if you do a live with the Hero Arts kit for November. I'm not going to do a live with that, but I will have a video. Let's see. I need to have millions, Jennifer said. I'm going to need that hero release, Barbara said. Exactly. I knew you guys would know why. It's so good. Okay. I'm going to flip my camera. We are going to do picture-in-picture today. So I think the majority of people liked it. I know I received 1 or 2 comments. One that I deleted. But I think the majority of you like it. If enough of you really, really don't like it, maybe I'll do a poll. I need to remember to do a poll. I won't continue to do it, but I think for the most part, most people like the picture-in-picture. Hi, Donna. I'm ordering some Grasshopper cardstock, Monica says. Oh, great. That's Concord and 9th, just an FYI. So it's my favorite color of green. Okay, so I like to mix and match the clubs. We're going to use the Glimmer of the month from October this month. It is all very holiday, Christmas, winterish themed. And it's called Magic Wonderland. And we're going to actually glimmer this for one of the backgrounds of the cards we're creating today. And I'm also going to glimmer a couple of these greetings, but we're going to do that separate. So we're going to start with this plate. Sheila says her sweetie got her a beautiful bundle and cardstock. Oh, I love that. I've been using your code a lot. Beatrice says, perfect. That makes me so happy. That's perfect. Monica likes to see me. Great. Who wouldn't want to see your pretty face in the corner? Tabitha, you're so kind. So kind. Christina, thank you so much for this super chat. You're so sweet. Donna likes the PNP too. Okay, perfect. That helps me a lot. And I know we can't always make everybody happy, but I kind of think that makes me a little more connected, especially since we are live. So that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so this first card. While this is warming up, this is kind of, I'm going to hold it up here. What this glimmer plate will do, we are actually going to glimmer white on the chiffon cardstock. Surprise, surprise. I know everybody's shocked that I want to do some white foiling on chiffon of all things, but I'm really loving like a pink-red combo, and I'm kind of going with that today. So it's this wonderful background glimmer plate, and then there's greetings. We're going to pair that with the die of the month, which is this wonderful set that creates a Christmas tree, snowman, kiddos around the tree. If you want to, use the snowman on its own. Snowman gift tags would be darling. Use the tree on its own. Use these pieces to mix and match and build your own cards. Let's see. Like, okay, it looks like most like that. Yeah, to see interaction. Yes. No, you described it perfect. That's kind of the feeling I get too. Just because it does make us a little bit more connected, because you see me at the intro, you see me at the outro, or if I pop back in, but this makes it a little less of me having to toggle and all of that. So we're combining so far. We're going to have Glimmer, small die of the month, and I have it up here. We're also, and I didn't put a piece of cardstock in here, and I really should have, because it would make this easier to read. Let me grab some white cardstock. The stamp set of the month, which what I really love that Spellbinders has been doing, especially this year a lot, is a lot of greetings, and there are coordinating dies for that. So I think we're going to combine a glimmered greeting with one of these stamped greetings. I've sort of planned it, but not all of the way. Let's see. Thank you for reminding to hit the thumbs up. Absolutely. If you'll hit the thumbs up, that helps me so much. Tabitha says, I had to order another white black foil from Spellbinders because of your latest creations. You know what? My philosophy, Tabitha, and I'm sure this won't shock you, is when I need to order more, I order like 2 or 3 because I'm like, well, I like to have a backup and then a backup for the backup. And when I start to run out of that final like duo, I'm like, well, it's time to order more. Same rule for my favorite cardstock colors and my favorite gem colors. uh, super fast shipping. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me happy. Okay. So we're going to take our white foil, and I actually am going to save this little, well, that little piece doesn't look the best. It looks a little beat up. We're going to take our white opaque foil, and the white comes in white and black. That's how it's sold as a set. I love both, so I think they're fantastic. We are going to take this, and I've got my chiffon. Oh, I got a lot of small pieces. Let's not have them go flying. I've got my chiffon background here. Just want to make sure it's going to completely cover. And we're going to warm that, or get that going. Donna, thank you so much for this super chat. You're so kind. Oh my gosh. Rescues and Good Deeds. She says, you're the first person who got me into crafting about 5 years ago. Came across one of your videos by mistake, and your work is beautiful and hooked ever since. Love you. Oh my gosh, love you back. Thank you. That totally makes my day. It's been a week. It's not been a bad week per se, but it's been a week. I appreciate that so, so much. Donna, I was just going to mention that. Thank you. Donna wants to know how the fur babies are doing since we have a minute while the machine is warming up. They are great. I took Frank to the vet for his checkup this morning at 7 a.m. Bright and early. If anybody doesn't know, my little almost 3-year-old Shih Tzu, he had a neck injury. I think he fell off the bed, but it could be a combination of things. But they thought he had a bulging disc in his neck, and it's just taken weeks. We're about 6 weeks out now, maybe. Yeah, 5, 6. But he got a clean bill of health, and she said to let him, he's free right now. Crate him at night through the weekend, and probably by Monday we can kind of resume normal activities. We can resume walks. So all good. Thank you for asking. Oh, you guys are so nice. Okay, let me run this through and let's see. Let's hope that this worked the first time, because we are live, so who knows. You guys are so sweet. Oh, sorry, that blacked out. I bumped my power cord, it looks like. Oh, this is gonna look good. So here is our white foil on the chiffon, which is what I want. I want it to be really light colored. So that looks good. I missed a little bit up here at the top, but it's not going to matter. I'll show you how I'll fix that. If I don't have to refoil, not going to. And that's going to be a super easy fix. Let's see what... Yes, I'm so happy he's feeling good too. Oh my goodness, never foiled or letterpress before. Oh, hold on. Sheila, I'm excited for you. Give yourself some grace. Play. Don't start foiling on like a special piece of cardstock. I would foil several scrap things first, play around with it. Same with the Better Press. The Better Press is a little bit more forgiving, I think, but you're going to love it. Just play around with it, watch some videos. You are going to be great, and I bet you're addicted. It is so much fun. Okay, so as for greetings, I'm going to let it Snow and Sparkle, and Sending Christmas Magic. These are not both for the first card, by the way, but I would like to do my foiling now so that I'm pretty sure I'm only foiling 2 cards today. Let's hope I don't have to get this back out. That way I can be done with this, put this away. So we're going to actually foil with some matte gold. Let me grab a little strip of this. And I do, other than like the background, if I can foil more than one thing, I will. I don't try to foil too many things at once because it can shift, but 2 sentiments shouldn't give me any trouble. I don't know if I kept out a piece of cardstock for that though. We'll just grab one like that. So anyone have fun Halloween plans, or are you passing out candy? Do you have trick-or-treaters? Tell me all the things. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing the kids this evening. I don't know what to expect. It's a Friday night, so I'm thinking we're going to have a lot of trick-or-treaters this year. And the weather is, it's not windy. We had some wind and rain this week. We don't have either. It's cool, but I think it's nice out. So I'm thinking we're going to have a pretty good turnout. We'll see. Let's see. Is there a Sal coming up? Monica said. Stay tuned for that. I'm still working out some stuff. Lucille, no, I have not had one. I'm working on it, but there's just been some things going on. No trick-or-treaters, Susie said. I am enchanted with the letterpress now. Never use it in person, but might have to buy one. All the things. Yes, Connie, all the things. Passing out candy, not too many kids. Don't get trick-or-treaters. We go to school for a carnival, Monica said. Oh, how fun. Passing out candy. I live in town and get a ton. I live in a neighborhood that actually has lots of kids. So we do get a lot of kiddos, which is kind of nice. I've done both. Actually, the previous house in the other town I lived in, we didn't get many, but we lived in a cul-de-sac. Then the house we lived in before that, oh my word, the trick-or-treaters, it was off the charts. That was when my kids were little. And here it's pretty hit or miss. We do get a pretty steady stream, but if the weather's not great, you know, there's not as many. Let's see. Ah, beautiful. I love matte gold so much. Inspired to make a witch's hat. I almost wore it, but then I thought well, I'm wearing my skeleton earrings. I probably should have worn it. I'm going to wear it to pass out candy. But it didn't really match the vibe of the video, so I didn't. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope you enjoyed making it. Tabitha says, lives in an area. Yes. Okay, so I don't know. I think I maybe have mentioned this before. Some of you might know this too. I grew up out in the country, so we had to drive to, we had nowhere close. I'm a farm kid. So we would drive like to my grandparents and then like landowners' homes. I know this now, but just a few places out in the country. We went trick-or-treating with some friends in their small town one year, but I had not really trick-or-treated like the town trick-or-treating until I had kids of my own. So it was kind of a new thing for me. So weird. All right, I bumped my camera, so I'm going to fix it because that drives me absolutely bonkers. Made one and wore it to work today, Lucille said. Perfect. Okay, so these greetings. Now, this set doesn't come with a strip for die cutting. That's really okay with me. I have lots of other sets, either from Spellbinders or Simon Says Stamp or whomever. You guys probably do too. If you want, oh, so sorry. If we want to die cut. So I'm going to actually grab some Simon Says stamp dies. I keep these out all the time on a magnet. Michelle says no trick-or-treaters, live in the country. Yes. I know that well. So, oh, fun, Sheila. My daughter's in the 7th grade, and her friends were the cast of Pushy's Piglet, Monica. Oh my gosh, that's precious. How fun is that? Corolla, thank you so much for this super chat. That is so sweet. Jennifer says the receptionist at her doctor's office was a Sharpie highlighter today. That's adorable. I'm going to move my die cut machine a little closer. So when I was at the vet this morning, they were so cute. They said, we thought you were going to bring Frank dressed up in a costume. And I said, well, I do have a costume for him, but he's never been like this until this injury. But he doesn't like to go. Like, he was shaking so hard. And I'm sure he just correlates it with pain because the times I've taken him, he's hurt. But they were like, oh, darn, we thought you were going to bring him dressed up. And I said, oh, I should have. That would have been great, wouldn't it? Let's see. Jennifer says her hat was the cap. Her sweater had the word Sharpie down the middle of it. That's a darling, darling idea. I love it. Nephews are coming over to your house to trick or treat and pass out candy. Karen, I'm so jealous. Because I kind of get tired of answering the door. It's nice enough. I might do this. My one neighbor, he and his wife usually pull, if it's nice enough, they pull their lawn chair out and they just stay outside, which is what I kind of want to do because the constant doorbell ringing stirs the dogs up. So I think I might try to do the same thing. Just grab my lawn chair and my witch hat and I'll just go sit out there too. Corolla says, I love all things glimmer and shiny. Same, girl. Same. I might try to dress the boys up after a bit in their costume. I didn't buy them new costumes. It's their old one. I mean, they're dogs. Do they really need new costumes every year? Probably not. Karen's little dog is the cutest. Hattie's dressed up on Karen's Instagram, and it's cute. Oh, and she wore highlighter earrings. I love when people think ahead so well like that. I wish I should have. Darn it. All right. So our greetings are die cut. And we're going to start working. What are they? Okay, so they have little sombreros and then the rainbow blankets. What was fun, when my daughter lived here, we bought them in all 3 sizes. We all have Shih Tzus, but I have, we call him extra large, Odin. We have Frank, who's just medium. And then her little guy we call extra small because he's just a super like toy Shih Tzu, basically. And so we bought them all these little sombreros and rainbow blankets, and we called them the 3 Amigos. They were the cutest. And Frank is actually the best at keeping his costume on. Odin is the worst. It was so fun. Your glass studio, matte white or gray, and what size? Susan says. Yes, great question, Susan. So my size of my mat is, I always tell you guys wrong. So it is, let me see, 16. It is the 18 by 24 size. It is white. I just have the basic white one. And if you shop with my code, you'll save 15%. So use code Nicole15. That's so funny. They're really cute. I have the cutest pictures from a couple years ago. I need to text her and ask her if she's dressing Coda up tonight. All right. We're going to do a little adjustment first before we get too far in here. Just because I missed glimmering up here at the top. We're going to cut about 1/4 of an inch off so that the top of the card, because there's definite a right and wrong way. Because let me hold it up here until it focuses. See the little hearts? I don't want them to be going like this. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it's not as cute. So we definitely want it to go like this. And then hubby buys candy all the time knowing we won't get much trick-or-treaters. He's not slick. He's stocking up for himself. My son says to me, well, he was looking for something sweet the other evening. And I was like, well, I have Halloween candy in the pantry. And he said, oh, it's okay. He goes, I'll just take whatever's left, which is what he always does. He takes it all to the basement and then he eats on it. He's not a huge sweet tooth, so it lasts a while. But I know he always says, make sure you keep the good stuff for me. Excited for your Black Friday live, Susie says. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, so when I put this on my card, see that little space down there? I knew I could do that because we're just going to be covering it up with the little snow border. Perfect. I love when things come together. Can you see a picture of the three amigos? I will find one and put it up. It's pretty cute. It was so funny. That was one of our best finds that I think we found their costumes like at Home Goods or TJ Maxx or something. And we were so thrilled that we found them in all the sizes. We laughed and laughed. Our poor dogs. It was mostly entertainment for us. White on chiffon, say it ain't so. Michelle, I know. You're shocked, aren't you? Just shook that that's what I did. Made my son a tube of toothpaste costume when he was in kindergarten and also constructed a toothbrush as tall as he was with a scrub brush on the bristles. Koi, that is amazing. All right, so we're just going to pop our snow right on here. And I did not hand cut that snow. What I love, 2 of the sets today, the large and the small, this is the small die of the month, both come with a border. I love that. I know you could totally cut your own snow for the bottom of your card, but I love the thought that goes into the Spellbinders dies because they know you're going to want to build a scene with it, of course. And so that works perfectly. And I can't tell, there you go. You can see the shimmer and shine of that white. This isn't plain white cardstock. It is the brushed white. Tabitha's foiling along with me in prep for copying this card. Tabitha, I love this so much. Love, love, love that. Okay, so what I'm going to do really quick. I know this greeting is for a different card, so we're going to pop that over here. Let It Snow and Sparkle is what I'm going to use for this one. And then I wanted to see what other greeting from here. I think Christmas blessings to you and yours, or wishing you a season full of wonder. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of think I like this. Just kind of use this as a placeholder for now, because we're actually going to stamp this on another piece of chiffon, use the coordinating die and die cut it, and we're going to use my favorite lobster red ink. Who wants to cut? Monica said, no one. No one wants to cut. You are right. Okay, let's build our snowman and our tree first. So for our snowman, the other thing that I think is really smart, And he's really cute. He's a very simple snowman, but I really kind of like that. I think he would be darling in little snow globes. I think he'd be cute on gift tags. So think of using him outside of just the set as well. Yes, E.T.'s World says, my heart is melting for the snowman. Pun intended, 100%. Not warm, Central New Mexico, Judy says. Oh, Judy, what is it in Central New Mexico right now? So, again, the other great thing about the snowman, so see, there's the cut pieces, or the cut and score for the carrot nose, and then there's the solid piece. What's great about this is if you want it to look like the kids are rolling a snowball, you can cut these snowballs without face pieces or whatever, and then so you can also cut it from that contrast color so that it can be the background for the buttons and the eyes, which is what I did for mine. Under a pile of paper says snowman, yay. Look, if there's a snowman, you guys know I'm going to use it. Always. Always, always. And yes, so I think Susie mentioned it. She said she's excited for my Black Friday live. I will be live on Black Friday. You can join me if you are not out shopping, but if you are, you can catch me later. I can keep you company when you're back home with your feet up and a cup of hot cocoa relaxing. But I thought it would be fun to pop in and hang out with you guys, do some of that fun, just low-key chill crafting. Lynn Sews, thank you so much for this super sticker. That is so sweet. Thank you guys so much. So there's our little snowman so far. I'm going to put a little glue back here, and I'm going to glue him together. Pop some tweezers. I'll be cozy at home, Sheila said. Me too. Me too. I do not go out. In fact, I'm kind of hoping to be done with my shopping by then, for the most part. I mean, shopping for others. I'm going to shop for myself. There's always good crafty sales, and I always treat myself. All right, we're going to put on the little snowman arms. The arms are super cute too. So if there's a set of snowmen that you don't love the arms for, I actually really, really like these. They're like the perfect thickness. I like that they have that nice little circle. Let me see if it'll focus. That circle, because it just gives you a bigger area to put your glue on. I actually really like everything about that. So there's our snowman so far. Let's give him a carrot nose. A few years ago, I made a snowman slimline card, and it was a snowman falling down the mountain, and the card said, "I totally miss your face. It was so cute. He was on skis." That sounds adorable. Tabitha says, I spend the most money on myself on Black Friday. Tabitha, this is why we're friends. Oh, same girl. I usually stock up on things. Like, I stock up on all of my favorites, like adhesives, because you can get them so much more off, usually the ones I use. So I stock up on basics, adhesives, cardstocks, other things I use all of the time, tools, special tools that I want, things like that. Glue. If the glue is on sale, I'm going to stock up on that. Yeah, it's so funny, but yes, I do this. I tend to buy what I want there. Okay, this tree is super cute. I think we might add a little shading. Oh, I don't really want to add shading to everything today. Let's not. I am going to layer on these snowy pieces. I did use my favorite Concord and 9th green cardstock. It's called Grasshopper. And it's really easy to know where to place everything because there's score lines right on here. so we'll just grab these, and I did all of the snow out of the brushed white, so it has a little shimmer to it. Can anyone have too many snowmen? No, Amy, I do not think so. I see a snowman and I'm like, I probably have one, but I need that one too. I'm a sucker for them. I'm actually stitching a snowman right now too in cross stitch. I started another Teresa Kogut piece because now I'm addicted. Hello! Can't wait for all the Christmas crafting. Pam says, hi, friend. I know, I'm all ready. I was saying earlier in the live, my daughter texted me to say she's putting her Christmas tree, well, she already has part of it up. I actually found extra green garlands, and her dad and brother were going out that direction on their way to Vegas, and so they stopped and gave her some stuff. I had a whole bunch of stuff for her. But I found some extra green garlands. So she was sending me pictures that she had decorated the upper portion of her cabinets with a garland. And she was on her way to Target to buy some little mini twinkle lights, which is how I like to decorate too, which was so cute. But she's having a great time. And I got her a rotating tree base for her birthday last week. So she is putting the tree up. My son-in-law is so excited. And I say that with lots of sarcasm. He's a good sport, but he was like, already? Gail says a sucker for Christmas paper pads. Yes, yes, me too. All right, so look at that cute tree. And we got our snowman. So I want my tree, I think, sitting on top of the snowy hill. We're going to have our snowman just kind of down next to it. And this also really helps me as far as where are my sentiments going. Because I want it to flow naturally. I'm not going to stick anything down quite yet, because we have got the cutest little kids to build here. And they are so easy to put together. There's score lines on everything. Let's see, I'm doing Anna Griffin Create in November, and I was chosen to be a guest speaker. I'm so excited. Jennifer, that is amazing. Congratulations. That is very exciting. I need to see if the cross-stitch snowman I wanted from last year is in stock. Amy, which one is it? Maybe I know, or maybe somebody here in the chat knows. Okay, so then I made the little boots look like little Uggs. I realize you wouldn't really wear your little suede Uggs out in the snow, but this is paper. We're not gonna... Let's see, Monica says, my son a week ago said, Mom, can we take down Halloween and decorate for Christmas? He is 11. Monica, you have done well with that one. I love, love, love it. Hi, Larissa. Amy, on my way home from work where I used to live, there was this giant tree that somehow the folks shaped into a giant snowman with rope and trimming. And it had a hat and face so awesome. That sounds incredible. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right, let me see. Here is the collar of the little jacket, or the hood of her coat, I guess, which I guess I did in pink. Why did I do that? Do I want to recut it? Oh no, it's the scarf, ding dong. Ha ha. Uggs are adorable. I need to look and see what it was, the one you did cross-stitch pattern. Amy, if it was with thy needle and thread, if it was winterberries and pine, the chart was in stock on Country Stitches online this week. I did post about it in my stories, which I know not everyone sees. I'm not saying it that way, but I did mention it because it's one that has been hard to find. So if it's that one, you might go check right now. If not, we'll try to help you with what it is. Because between me and some of the other stitchers here, we will know. Okay, so what I love about the little scarf here, I know without the head, I probably should put the head on. That would help me a ton. It's hard to tell what's what. Let's get the little head on here. Well, let's get that lined up correctly as well. There we go. It's looking better. And then we've got a little pom-pom hat. Love the card. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Made it. I'm so glad that you made it. Jennifer says she loves to cross stitch. Me too. I feel like I'm finally kind of... A lot of my big commitments... Now, I say commitments. The rest of it is all the commitments I put on myself. But any of my like work commitments are kind of over, which is nice. And now I've been doing loads of Vlogmas planning. That's fun. Gloves. I love that there's all these layering pieces. That's what makes these so cute, is the amount of layering pieces. So there's also little gloves. And I should have mentioned, I am using Pomegranate for my red, Tutu and Chiffon. The Chiffon is the light color, the same color we use for the background. So it's going to be used minimally because I don't want anything to blend into the background too much. And then that fawn color for their little Ugg boots. Okay, this is really cute, but it could be better. So what we're going to do... Are you doing Jingle Ball? Yes, Donna, I am doing the Jingle Ball. I've signed up for 4 classes. I kitted them all up. And I need to get started stitching. How about you? Catherine's going to buy a pencil tree this year for the dining room and a rotating tree base for the main tree. You will love it, Catherine. You will love it. I am almost finished with Old Fashioned, Monica said. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, I missed a question. I think I missed a question. I found your videos during Craftoween. Josie, thank you so much. I love that. Welcome. I love that. Oh, and Danae says Shepherd's Bush. Yes, I did see that. Thank you so much, Danae. Thank you for the package. I just picked that up from my post office. Thank you so much. Oh, Amy's searching now. Perfect. Shepherd's Bush in Utah, you have to call, but I have heard that they have that winter berries and pine chart in stock too. I know it's a tough one to get. So thank you for mentioning that, Danae. All right, so what we're going to do, stand up for Santa. Donna, me too. Me too. I am going to do some little stripes on our scarf, just a little. We're not going to go crazy. But you guys know I have a hard time leaving my accessories plain. Just do some easy, and I kind of like them, the less perfect the better. It's more just kind of that little illusion. Gonna do a little white just along the bottom of the Uggs, kind of like the little soles. And I think... just going to do a cute little polka dotty border along the bottom of her coat and the cuffs. And maybe even around her little hat. There we go. Just a little something. You will get it, Stacy. You're right. Practice. Monica lives in Utah. Fantastic, Monica. I know Utah's a big state. If you live anywhere close, it's worth the trip. Dying to Stitch picked up Winterberry. Oh, you got it at a retreat a couple weeks ago. Fantastic, Kara. Well, that's good to know too. So Dying to Stitch is another shop if you want to try that one. All right, so we're just going to pop that right here as well, so it looks like she's decorating. We're going to grab the little friend. if I want to make multiple cards, it's going to be a long live. I know it's long. Oh, whoops. But pop in, pop out, catch the rest later, watch it on super speed later, no judgment. I think it's kind of fun to share multiple projects. I kind of have come to the feeling that if I'm going to be live, that I should go ahead and make it worth the time. Doing Stand Up for Santa, the Christmas pears, and Animal Cracker Ginger. Tabitha, you and me both. I got all those same ones. I actually bought 4. I also got the gingerbread. Surprise, surprise, I'm going to finish mine different. I'm sure everyone is shocked. Just shook that is the case, I'm sure. I love the rotating tree, my rotating tree base, but have a new puppy and he's into everything. It could be interesting. Oh no. Yes. Luckily, that puppy stage doesn't last too terrible long, but it could make this holiday season a challenge. My daughter has a new kitten, and she said the same thing. She said, she's so nervous. So they're trying to take it like kind of slow. I don't know if she's decorating the tree today or not, if they're just going to set it up and see how he does with it. If anyone has cats and has some advice, let me know. Sheila, it is a cross stitch. The Stand Up for Santa is a cross stitch chart and class for an event. I love that the scarf has layering pieces. And let's get the little face for this one. I don't know why I do the head last. Yes, I think, Tabitha, that gingerbread, instead of making like a needle book, I'm going to make it the dual-sided ornament, because I have that gingerbread tree in my bedroom, and I thought an ornament would be really cute. Yeah, you're welcome, Sheila. Gail says, what white pen do you use? Great question. So I have been using the Corrine white pen. If you go to the Olo, well, hold on. Let me put this down since it has glue on it. And see if I can get this to focus. There we go. It's called the Corrine Deco Gel. I love it. It is my favorite white pen. So the same company that sells Olo markers makes these pens. They also have like the Corrine markers. That is the brand of this white pen, and it is perfect. Love it so much. What's your favorite brand of black paper? My favorite right now is the Raven. My cardstock favorites are almost all Spellbinders, with the exception right now of the Grasshopper color from Concord. I do like Concord and 9th cardstock. It's just I have a lot of Spellbinders right now. So it does change. But right now I use a lot of the Raven. Paper piecing I love so much. Monica, I do too. Oh, she needs her little mitten as well. And of course we've got to decorate her. And she has a pom-pom. I'm missing a lot of things. Let's make sure we have her all done. There we go. All right. My cat just likes to sleep under the tree. Kathleen, my cat growing up only liked to sleep under it too. I never had one climb, but I know that is a problem. So, if the dog's tails have to worry about 2 big dogs and a small one, yes. Okay. So I want to do this one a little bit different. Yes, Joanne, I do like Hero Arts. So Joanne says Hero Arts cardstock is a really, really dark black. I do like it. I'm going to just give you guys a little FYI. All Hero Arts cardstock is being discontinued. So if you like it, you might stock up. But yes, it is a great one. Okay, so I'm going to go around the brim here and just do some little lines on this one. I think we're going to do a little polka dotty scarf. I like to just do something a little different. I don't want them to be too much the same. Like so. I kind of don't like the chiffon colored mitten on this girl because I feel like it looks too much just like her hand. So you know what we're going to do? I do have a red one, and I'm wondering if I thought that when I die cut this. We're going to pop it off. And we're actually going to replace it with a red one. My three cats climb all of the trees, but we put them up anyway. They have not knocked one down yet, okay? Well, hopefully, I did get her a really steady rotating tree base. So I'm hopeful that the combination of it moving and the fact that it's a big, heavy, steady base, I'm hoping that helps. In case he's bad. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of add the same little detail around the bottom of the jacket and the cuffs. Odin is just snoring away. Oh, Amy. How sweet. That's a sweet memory. Okay, and she's rolling that snowball. Okay, so here's how it's looking. It's really cute. I have lots of little red circles left, and that's because we can decorate our tree. This was an extra scarf. I couldn't decide what I was going to do there. Let's go ahead. I actually think I'm not going to pop things up. And this is a good reason to wait. Once I see how it looks here, it gives me a really good idea. Do I need extra things? Do I need to maybe hold off? Or do I want to pop it up? Is it going to have lots of dimension without? And in this case, I actually think it's going to be fine without. So I'm going to start with my tree. Monica, yes, my son won't get a Christmas tree because he's afraid his cats will be bad. But he does have a water bottle. My daughter and son-in-law have a water bottle. So I think they're hoping that will work. That's great, a great tip. We're going to do our snowman right there. And then I just did red ornaments. I don't know that I really need to do anything else. We're going to put all these red ones on and see what we think. I could cut some others. Or what I really... No, I'm not going to. What I'm actually going to do, I might go grab some Spellbinders gems and add a few more. But I may wait, hold off on a little bit. We'll move on to the other cards and see what we think. Sometimes I kind of like to do that when I'm making multiple cards and they're not all the same. I will put kind of what I think I want on them, and then I can always come back later and maybe I want to add, you know, something else to the sky, or maybe I want to add, I don't know what, extra embellishments. Who knows? But I think that's what I'm going to do for this. All right, let's save this greeting because that's for a different card. We do not need that. That was an extra as well. Just bought some white foil and the stitch press plate. Oh my gosh, isn't that press plate amazing? How did I not have used that? I've had it, but I don't really understand why I wasn't using it. Oh, you know what? Okay, I changed my mind. We are going to pop up a few of these elements. So not this necessarily, but I think I think we can pop up this snowball, and that's going to give some great dimension. And then we're going to pop up our little kiddo here. My vet told us to spray them to teach them, and my cats are just fine. Okay, perfect. I'm going to tell her that she's on the right track. I think that's what their vet told her too. I've told my son, because I keep asking him if he wants a tree, and he's like, no, I think the cats will be bad. And I was like, oh, let me come over and put one up for you. But he's afraid they'll knock it over and hurt themselves. Oh, I would never trust the vet. I had an old vet. Oh, no. Yeah, the only thing I've heard the vet say is the water bottle. Carolyn, thank you. That's so sweet. Oh, you have a crafty weekend coming up. Is there anything better than a crafty weekend? Not really. I love a good crafty weekend. Oh, these are adorable. Crafting along with me. Oh, thank you, Gail. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I love that you're crafting along. Tabitha said she is too. I was hoping this was going to work. You know, when you die cut things or you haven't foiled the background, I know I like white on pink, but I was like, oh, am I going to like that for a snowy background? I'm always delighted when it ends up working out. I don't really like where I popped that down though. I want her a little bit further over here. There we go. Perfect. I think I'll have to add this to a list of cutting. I have all these products. Perfect. I was kind of hoping by doing this today, I had intended to do this earlier and it just didn't happen. But I thought, well, if I do it today, maybe a lot of you have received these and maybe it can spark some inspiration for your own weekend crafting. Okay, let me get my red ink out. I've got my little scrap of cardstock. And we're just going to stamp this right here on the scrap. And I think the red is going to look, oh, that stamped amazing the first time. That makes me happy. I'm still foiling along, back to the peppermint twist foiling, since I have 8 nutcrackers that I put together at your craft retreat. That is so fun, Tabitha. I love that you mass produced that nutcracker. And I believe the 12 Days of Stitchmas is still available. So definitely, if you're interested at all, if you've watched that on that playlist on my channel and seen all the inspiration from other designers, grab it with my code Nicole10. That way you save a little bit. Does the snowman have a hat? No, this one doesn't. But if you have a snowman hat, you could totally do that. I think it would be really cute to add one if you like. If you have one from another set. I kind of love that he doesn't have one. I also think, looking at this now, I'm almost sure what I'll add to this here in a little bit. I'm sure no one will be shocked. But don't you think some little red hearts would be cute? I do. I mean, that is my standard go-to. I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. The green tree is the perfect touch. I agree. I do think the green of the tree helps balance that a little bit better. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of red and pink, which I don't mind, but I do like that touch of green. Put a little foam on our greeting as well. Everything's cuter with red hearts, Michelle says. Yes, I agree. Laura loved the 12 Days of Stitchmas. Oh, I'm so glad you loved it. I had the best time. The best time doing those. I kind of almost wish that I had done this. I think this is going to look a little cuter. Please don't rip my cardstock. We're going to move that down just a little bit like this. I think that fills in that cute. And then let's see, I see you actually use your precision glue gun. Never have decided if I would use it. I love it. One of the best purchases. I do get asked all the time, and it is for sure my absolute favorite glue. And I use the fine tip precision nozzle, and the stopper for it has the little pin that goes down inside. Mine hardly ever gets clogged. Only like if I'm getting down to the dregs of a bottle of glue, but I highly recommend it. All right, so we got some little hearts. That's the first thing. Finally caught alive, yay! I'm glad you did. All right, we're gonna do a couple little hearts up here like this. That's also going to help bring it up a little bit. We're gonna do that last one right there, like so. Then I think, let's take these pink gems and see if I like those for our tree. Love the precision glue press. Under a pile of paper says, Donna loves the card. Thank you. Catherine likes that I incorporated the 2024 Stitchmas as well. I'm so glad. Who knew that it was going to sell out? It was in stock for a long time, and then it sold out, which I'm glad about, because I'm sure that helps with bringing back another one. So bringing it back next year, I hope. Not that one, but a new one. I did my part. I love keeping all of my gems on a ring. This has been a game changer for me. If you could just pick up one of those, you know, cheap book rings, the hinged ones, I can go through them so quick, and I can really look and see, you know, do I like this? What color looks good with it? It is the best thing. I use my gems so much more because of it. I have more pink, red, opal. I'm trying to think what all colors I ordered. I ordered a whole bunch more gems because I noticed I was getting low. Like we were talking earlier, Tabitha, you know, where I have to buy my backups. And it's holiday season with holiday crafting coming. I was like, well, I can't be running low. Whatever will I do? Loved the Craftoween videos, working through those. I'm so glad. I don't think they expected the response to Craftoween. So I hope that they bring it back next year, and I hope that they have even more available. That was an absolute blast. I loved doing that. I feel like those are not. I think I put, oh no, maybe not. I think these are crystal gems. Maybe. Okay, we're going to add just a few extra little sparkles to the sky. Oh. And these I think are opal or they're crystal. I can't determine. I feel like these were in the wrong package. Backups for backups for backups. I love you sharing organizing tips. Thank you, Monica. I feel like organizing is a whole other hobby in and of itself. I've not done the best the last few years in my organizing. I will readily admit that. I'm going to try to do better. I've been working my way through it as I can, but I've made a mess. Oh, I like that. I feel like that balances out the card perfectly. So let it snow and sparkle, wishing you a season full of wonder. How cute is this? Okay, there is one final thing I want to do for this. Let me put these away. I do think these are the crystal ones. I lied. These are crystal. I just used, there's kind of two different crystal colors, and those are a little bit more of the opaque instead of the translucent. So they look a little bit more white. Let me move those. The final thing, and then we'll set this one aside, is we're going to take a little glossy accents. Well, I probably could have done some buttons down the front too, but that's okay. In a different color. We're going to put glossy accents on his nose, and I'm actually going to put it on his buttons too. That's going to give and the eyes. That's going to give those that great glossy raised finish. I think that'll look really nice. So right now it looks a little milky, but when it dries, it's going to be just the perfect amount of gloss. How cute is that? I think moving the sentiments down and then putting sentiments up above it, that still gives it the height, but I feel like that just flows better with the scene here. Donna says, I have to organize my fat quarters. What are you using for yours? I use these. I'm going to switch the camera really quick. It'll be easier to show this way. I use these bins from M Design. You can get them on Amazon. I do have them in my Amazon shop. I think there's a link to Amazon down below. But these fit on my Billy bookcases. So, and the fat quarters folded like this, they fit in here perfect. So that's what I use for mine. All right, let me go back to this. Let's work on card 2. So let's kick it to a little bit of stitching. Now I did pre-stitch some of this one off camera just to save us a bit of time today. I'm trying something new this live. It's called Don't Destroy Your Desk, where you can't find anything. So I'm trying to pick up just a little bit. So the stitching die for October is this adorable, adorable reindeer on a peppermint. He is the cutest. So speaking of Stitchmas, he's going to tie right into Stitchmas. We are using the Stitching Club of the Month, and we're also using the Holiday Flurry embossing folder of the month. So this is the regular embossing folder. I did emboss it off camera, but I just wanted to show you that great design. And then I did pull some things from my stash because can't wait to make this card. Tabitha said, Spellbinders is so good with details. Yes, so good. So from my stash, because I decided I want to make that a hanging ornament. And we'll stitch a little bit of this, but I wanted to save time. So I stitched a lot of it off. We are going to make that peppermint with the reindeer on it a hanging ornament in the middle with the J and the Y on either side. But then I thought that this festive ornament set from Spellbinders, in fact, I think it's on sale right now. You'd have to check and see if you can get extra savings, but I love this one. So I cut extras. So we'll have multiple hanging ornaments against that embossing folder background. And then I needed a couple of additional details. You'll see why. I wanted a little candy cane. I like the size of the one from the Christmas Wonder Envelope of Wonder. This set also was on sale when I checked this morning. And the little bow. So I didn't pull a lot from that, and that's one of those things where I really encourage you, shop your stash. You don't have to go grab this set unless you just love it, but there are lots of sets that have candy canes and bows, so just shop and see what you've got to kind of make something similar, or if you like that same kind of design. So for this, I think I hardly ever do this. We are going to use our background as is. We're going to knock everything off. So there's our beautiful embossing background. We've got a lot going on. I don't feel like we really need to do a lot else right here. And I'm going to start with my stitching pieces, and then we'll build our reindeer. So for our stitching, we have the peppermint, which I think is cute on its own. You could take this and use an ornament top and leave the reindeer off. You could have the reindeer like on top of a large die cut greeting, like flopped over it. You could incorporate that reindeer underneath like a tree die if you have a big enough tree die for maybe a 5x7 card, so it looks like a stuffed animal under the tree. Mix and match. I think you can use that in a lot of different ways. And if you don't want to do stitching, you can simply die cut the nose, the solid piece, and leave the stitching off altogether. So for the stitching on this, I'm again using Chiffon cardstock and Pomegranate. And I'm going to glue this other one in place that I've stitched, and then we're going to stitch the other pieces. She's talking to the rest of you. Shop your stash. Tabitha, you always crack me up so much. Thank you. You're correct. Everybody else shop your stash. Tabitha, here's what you need. Now, Tabitha, you probably have some dies from Pretty Pink Posh even that would work. You don't even have to stay right within the company. Yeah, Sheila says, I just seem to want it all. I know, me too. Okay, so for the little piece of pie, oh, I should mention this first. The solid pink part of this, I stitched with a light pink floss, and I will mention, I use whatever I have in my stash. But I will tell you for any stitchers here that maybe have similar, on the chiffon, I used Weeks Dye Works Queen Anne's lace. I loved it because it's kind of a pinky white, kind of like the chiffon. For the red, I'm using Color and Cotton Valor Red. It's just one that I picked. I literally went over to my floss wall, grabbed 2 flosses. I don't think a lot about it, but I know you guys ask, so I wanted to mention it. Then you die cut and stitch the contrast peppermint pieces separately and glue them on. So that's what we're going to do here. It is very simple stitching. Even if you are not a stitcher, you can do this in no time flat. So I like to start in one of those outer areas. And I'm just going to leave my tail for now because I'll just tie it in a knot. I don't know why I didn't start at the very end. But we're going to start from the outermost, and we're going to end in the center for each one of these. So it looks like kind of like a little piece of pie or piece of pizza. Girl, you used those sets in the past so I can shop your stash. Fantastic. That makes me happy, Tabitha. Do the items in the kit ever come back, or are they exclusive one-time deal until sold out? Some of them, they reorder. The most popular ones, they reorder. Things that get used over and over. I know for I can't think of what one of them is called, but the birds, like the tropical birds, that one, they reordered. The Classic Tales book set that I use a lot, they reorder. I don't know if it's sold out right now, I noticed. I don't know if they're reordering it again. I could try to find out. I hope so, because it's my favorite. I use it on everything. Some of them they will bring back. If things don't sell super well, then no, they don't. All right. Let's glue this last one down. Sheila loves hand stitching. It really is fun. And I think so minimal. It adds so much to these. I don't think I have stitched on a card since my Stitchmas videos. I don't think. So this was super fun. Look how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so I'm just going to lay that there. We're going to grab a little bit more floss. I don't think this is enough. Catherine loves Classic Tales. Yes. Happy Halloween, Penny. I know, I say happy Halloween and we're stitching Christmas, but that is the life of crafting, isn't it? All right. We're going to do the nose, and then that's it, since I did the rest of it off camera. Let me see. Those are not very even, which makes... I like to use 3 strands of floss. I should have mentioned that. You can use however many you like. That's just kind of my sweet spot for stitching on paper. At least for the Spellbinders dies, that's what I find I like the best. And for the nose, we are going to start in one of these outer holes and we're going to end in the center all the way around. I see the sea bottle one they reordered. Yes. Yes, Donna, good point. Okay. Stay tuned tomorrow, everyone. Last year, there was that totally reminded me, Donna, you mentioning that. Things that were super popular or that were popular, then they make add-ons for. Awesome. And I say add-ons because there was a set last year, super popular. It is released tomorrow. Club members can purchase tomorrow. Everyone else can order on the 6th. I will have a video. I am very excited about it, and you guys are going to love it. So there is your teaser for that. I missed the slippers last year. I'm glad that you got it. Was that a big enough hint? Oh my goodness. It's so cute. All right. Now, you can do contrast color stitching a lot, and I do sometimes, depending on what it is. In this case, I really felt like stitching in a different color on the nose would really detract or take away from the nose design, so I didn't. Same with the peppermint. I really liked the soft, very light pink and red, so I tried to keep the colors similar to the cardstock. Look at that cute texture. My daughter is in the kitchen making chocolate chip cookies, and I can hear she is listening to Christmas music. Monica, well done again. I love that so much. I will say, when I have a big Christmas project to do, which I've had several already, I turn on Christmas music. It seemed a little funny when the weather was still like 80 or 90 degrees out, but it does help get into the holiday mood listening to music. Oh, did they release the video for the add-ons yesterday, Barbara? Well, then you guys already all knew. I don't know. I missed some things. Perfect. Then you guys know. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to glue my nose piece. Now, for my nose, you don't have to do this, but I like to. I die cut the solid nose, and I'm going to glue my stitched one to this red one. The reason I do that is I don't want to see that contrast color back behind. I thought oh, here they are. But you could just leave it and glue it right to the background piece. I'm foiling the Festive Press Snowflakes plate right now with the Spellbinders chiffon paper and opal foil, and it's gorgeous, Tabitha said. That is amazing. I love that so much. Okay, so for this, a little bit of pre-planning will help tremendously. My big ornament, and let's just go ahead and let you guys know these large letters I die cut twice. It's just a J and a Y, but I've die cut them from Pomegranate and Tutu. I'm going to slightly offset them so that there's a bit of a dark red shadow outside of the pink. And I'm going to lay these kind of out here to the side. And then we're going to look at our other ornaments because I think we can get, I'm going to get about the majority of the ornament on the card, 2 more, and then we might be able to use portions for the rest of it, just to kind of make this look more like a little snapshot of ornaments hanging. Did you feel the wind with me running to see the add-on release notification? Tabitha, you're on fire today, girl. No meeting today? Because you're crafting, so I'm guessing you're either blowing off your meeting or you're off. I love that. Okay. So, those extra ornaments. What I'm thinking, this one's going to go slightly underneath. Let's take this off now. These are going to kind of go up here. This is my pre-plan. So I can get an idea of how it's all going to fall nicely. Then this ornament is going to be hanging off a little bit. And to me, my goal always is to make it look balanced as possible. So there's going to be a little portion of this one. And then these have ornament toppers. 2 of them we're going to kind of see a little bit more of, these. So what do you think, everybody? Do you like the little slipper add-ons? I couldn't remember when they were showing them. I forget that they usually show the little previews for club subscribers. I kind of like this. I think this is going to work. I canceled the meeting so I could take a half day. I love it so much, Tabitha. Okay, this little hanger die is from the Festive Ornaments, so it's not from that die, but you know, any kind of little hanger that you've got will work. What I'm thinking, and this needs to drop down. I'm trying to remember how I planned this. I had it all laying out, but then I put it in a storage thing. I'm glad you show us the thinking process. Monica, I'm glad. I'm glad that helps. Okay, this one needs to be shifted over just a tad. Because what we're going to do is we're going to kind of hide a little bit of that. And the reason I cut that bow from that crisp envelope of Wonder set is because a bow up here is going to be super cute. I hope I have enough. I want these hangers to go all the way. I may have to cut one more. So this one, we're just going to pretend it's, you know, it's not in the snapshot, if you will, even though there'll be an ornament hanging off the side there. So I think that looks good. We're going to start putting it all together. They are cute. I'm just glad to see them making add-ons for popular things. To me, it just breathes new life into those things. Digging this card, Donna said. Oh, Donna, I'm so glad you love it. And I really liked being able to dig into, like, past stuff and find things that I thought would be, oh, I should have probably done that on top, huh? Girl, get with the program. Hold please while I wipe that glue off. I don't want to die cut another one, really. Forget what I'm doing. Think I was making tags, which would have been fine too. These also would make darling gift tags. All right. That green goes there. Now, the ornament set has little holly leaves and berries, and so does the stitching die of the month, which I love. Give me all of them. I love them all. Wish me luck. November 19th, I'm unveiling the Lori Holt quilt on Bible study and doing a silent, hoping and praying my applique endeavor brings lots of money. Oh, good luck. That's awesome. My thinking process takes weeks. Sometimes I almost think not thinking too hard about it is better. I do think about things. So by the time I get in here and actually start laying things out, that part doesn't take me as long. But I generally lay things out and look at them for a bit before I ever commit to gluing anything down. So yeah, I get that. I think there's a lot to be said for thinking about it and envisioning it before you start gluing. All right, we're going to stick that little hanger down in here to start with. Try to handle all the things that are going to be on the background first. Let's let that glue dry for a minute. Tabitha, you're on fire today. Put little stripes on this one. Just kind of glue these things together and let that glue get to sitting. Because the focal point obviously is the stitching die of the month, but I love that I can kind of support that with some other things I already have. Would love to add to your Spellbinders Christmas collection as well. Oh, okay. What are you looking for? I actually have an idea for that. Maybe I need to work on that. Tell me what kind of things you would like to see, Rachel. Let's see. All right, those are all drying. We're going to work on our cute reindeer. So what I'm going to do here, normally I think they intended for you to like maybe die cut the antlers in black, but I wanted to die cut them from fawn. So it's not going to show the right color, but that's okay. I'm going to use black gems for the eyes. So I'm not going to worry about that at all. We're going to put our first layering piece on. I like the background embossing folder, yes. Where are you getting the ornaments from? Was that part of the club kit? Beatrice, these are the festive ornaments. If I didn't add them to the description because I think I forgot to hit save, I will add that as soon as I'm done. But it's called Festive Ornaments, and it is on sale. At least it was when I checked this morning. So here is our cute Rudolph's little face. Ignore the glue, it will dry clear. I'm going to do the insides of the ears. Those I die cut from Chiffon. Got to get them going the right ones. And we're going to layer. It goes together so easy, which I love. So it's going to look like he's laying over the top of that ornament. How funny is that? Okay, I'm going to put the hooves on. He just looks like a reindeer stuffy, which I think is so cute. I'm Late is part of November Caboodle. The stitching dies are. I am using a few additional products from Spellbinders. The rest of the ornaments are from, oh, I totally put the wrong foot over here. The ornaments here, the bow, which you can't see right at the moment, and the candy cane are from different sets. This one goes here. There we go. I would love some more critters or background dies. And for your mugs, maybe some critters that can go on the cup with their paws over it. Okay. We'll definitely see what we can do. For years, I only made reindeer cards for Christmas. Still have quite the collection of reindeer. I love them. I love that. Okay, so here's our cute little reindeer. I love that he looks like he's balancing on top. Again, I'm going to fix his eyes. We'll do that in a minute. There is this great little holly berry and leaves that we can put up on his antler. So I'm going to do that. But then my favorite thing, and this is the part that I brought in from the Christmas Envelope of Wonder set, is I felt like under his one of his legs, that he could be holding a candy cane. So that's, I already assembled it, but I die cut this from that Envelope of Wonder set. So it's the set here, the Christmas Wonder. And it has like some candies and things, but I pulled the bow and the candy cane from it. There's lots of sets with candy canes. Because I think tucked underneath his arm like that, it's going to be really, really cute. Susie, no, I don't currently have any right now. All right. So what I want to start with is the ornaments that are kind of in the background, and that's going to be this one first. Never stitched before in my life, but the reindeer was too cute. He is cute. Thank you. Got your first felt stitching die. Oh, I'm so glad you love him. He is cute. I am kind of a sucker for them as well. I love that. So I'm going to glue that to him. We're going to glue a portion of this guy over here. Actually, I need to double check this really fast. Okay, we're going to do that right there. Let's see. Sheila says he's adorable. He's really cute. I agree. And this one is going to hang down here. And it's going to hang off the edge too. And I'm actually going to, I think, pop this one up. Oh, no crying, Susie. Don't cry. Stitching on paper is fun, and I have my mom loving it too. Monica, that is amazing. me see. I'm going to get that as straight as possible. And what I like to do is I really like to disguise, like if it's not, for example, I knew the hanger was not going to be long enough. So I don't really want to piece 3 together when it's going to be hidden underneath. So what we're going to do instead is I'm just going to kind of figure out where I want my focal point to go, which is the big peppermint. Like that. And then we will work around that. I probably will end up still having to add a little bit of extra, but we shall see how much. Same thing here. I'm kind of hoping, yes, that I can disguise that break with the letter J. I might not get so lucky with this one. We shall see. We need to pop up our cute little reindeer, so I'm going to do that. Monica says it's your fault. I will accept it. I'm okay with that. Guilty as charged. He could be swinging on an ornament for sure. So I'm only going to put a little foam here. The rest of this should glue down right on top. And I kind of like him slightly, not perfectly straight on. I don't know why. I just do. Okay, let me look at this again. Still might have to piece 2 of these. All right, let me die cut one more of those ornament hangers. I did not plan good enough. I try. Until you actually start putting it together, sometimes you don't know exactly how much you're going to need. An elf on the shelf swinging on the ornament. All right. Let's get a little glue and get this down before we glue down our letters, which I also will pop up those letters with a little foam too. That's going to help keep those a little bit more prominent. So let me see. We want that to look straight. That looks good. We're gonna fudge it here a little bit. Jaunty angle, blonde cards and crafts. I love that. A jaunty angle. Yes. Okay, we're gonna overlap that and glue that down. There we go. Okay, this one, we're getting there. We don't have much left on this one either. It's just assembly, basically. We're going to go up here to the top. Just line that up. Again, fudging it a little bit. Spellbinders order 1 of 3 just came. Apparently, I thought there was going to be a shortage of the mini blending brush sets. I ordered 10 of them. So, fun story, Tabitha. I did that last year, and I think I have just gone... I do some, like if they get really grody and grimy, and I've used them a lot, which I do, I will just pitch them. So I ordered tons of them, and I just went through my last one. So I'm definitely going to have to pick up some more. You'll use them. You'll use them. I don't call that a like thinking there's going to be a shortage. I call that smart thinking, smart crafting. We're also doing our letters J and Y at a jaunty angle as well. Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball comes to mind here. Anne, you win. I don't think I'm going to be able to see this now without thinking that. Oh my word. That's hilarious. Yes. Oh, that's the perfect song for this. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. That's so funny. Okay, now a couple things I want to note. before we finish this guy up. There is a red circle that you can put right in the center here. I'm not going to use it this time because remember at the very beginning of this video, that second sentiment that we foiled, it's for this card. So Sending Christmas Magic is going to go right on here. Great prepping tip, yeah. I hope I left you some, Tabitha. I hope you did too. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. So we're just going to pop that up right there in the center like so. And we're going to put our little bow together. There's 3 pieces to this, and I liked, oh, I needed another one of these. I did not plan good at all, girl. I didn't use one of the sets to do an ornament topper because it would be hidden back behind our little Rudolph there. But I do want a little gold hanger up here, of course, duh. So we're just going to slide that underneath because this is what the bow is going to be on. So let's get that as straight as possible. That looks pretty good. Kind of running into the foam, which is fine. It's just the illusion. There we go. Well, hi, Misty. I'm glad you popped in to say hi. I would add the red circle. I'm just not adding it because you're not going to see it underneath the sentiment strip. And we're going to put this bow right on this. Straighten that up. But yes, I would totally add that red circle if I wasn't adding something right through the center. Oh, thanks, Anne. I put my blending brushes into an old pillowcase and put them in a at Wool Delicates wash. I have never tried that. Does it work? I might have to try that. Loving the pinks and reds, Monica said. Thank you. Okay, before we add our finishing touches, I'm going to flip over and snip everything off. Now, these ornaments, I thought, you know, you could reuse these. And if you're going to make multiple cards, I would totally save these because you could simply, you know, piece those. So I'll just probably throw those in a box. You never know when you might need a little piece to pop onto something else. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do, let me see where I have everything. Black gems. Well, did I put them away? I did. I'm going to see if we have, yep, these right here. So I'm just going to use some black gems for the eyes. Washes them when they are very clogged. Okay. Great tip. You are the first person I have ever heard say that, and I am intrigued. Because I have not had great luck hand washing mine. And to be fair, don't take the best time to do it. So that also does affect that. Okay. And then I think I should have just left those crystal gems out. I think we want to add a few of those to this as well. We're going to leave them out in case I want them for the final card too. Because a few little gems are always... Oh no, where did that one go? Up my sleeve maybe? Let's just get another one. I'm sure I always walk away and find gems stuck to all kinds of things. All kinds. If I got that card, I'd put it into a shadow box. Oh, that's so sweet. Perfect opportunity for Google Eyes. It really is. I decided not to, but it would have been cute. I did consider it when I went over there. Some people like Google Eyes and some people really don't. I don't mind them. It depends. I do think they could be very cute on here. They give it a little bit, even a little bit more whimsy, for sure. And let's do a couple more, because why not? Oh, so cute. Okay, the only thing left really here is to put this onto a card base, which I will do when I'm done. We don't have to do that right now. And I do think, oh, that might have moved a little bit. Oh, hey, I found my gem. Let's just pop it on here. Let's just put it down there. I'm going to put a little bit of glossy accents on any of my berries. A glitter product would also be cute. We're going to set that aside, let that completely dry. That'll just make those berries nice and glossy. Jennifer, most of my cards get sent to my Patreon members. So, yeah. And there is... Isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh, I just love that. All right, we're going to stick that guy out of the way so that I do not get my hand in that one. And let's work on card number 3. I don't put them through the spin at the end, just leave them to dry overnight. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. All right. So, last card. It also has lots of pieces. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. But it is this cute scene. So this set, which is out of the way, apologies, is our large die of the month, which is this awesome picture window. Don't let the size and scale scare you. We are going to create an adorable little wintry scene. It does feature another one of those little kids, which I think is cute. So, mix and match. If you have both of these, this little girl here would be cute. Imagine putting the snowman on the sled and having her pull the snowman from that first card that we created. Or maybe you want to add all of the little kids together with this girl dragging the sleigh on a card. That would be cute. The possibilities are endless. They really are. So I love that they really mix and match and work together so well. Lots of pieces. I actually keep mine on 2 magnets sheets here in my envelope just because there's so many pieces. So let me show you what that looks like. And what I like to do is I kind of like to break it down. So I started with my background. We are using the 3D embossing folder, which is brick by brick. I'm sure you guys are shocked that this was my favorite. I love both of the embossing folders. I generally do. But this one is one you're going to use all the time. I use a brick stencil embossing folder for all kinds of cards. So this is a great basic to have in your stash. But I wanted it to kind of appear to be like the bricks on the house. And then we've got this picture window coming out from it with the Christmas tree. That's kind of my imagining for the beginnings of the story for this card. Then there's snow pieces, just like that first set. This is going to cut your border for the snow. I love that. You can use those interchangeably as well. This is the snow for the top of the house. And then we've got pieces for the window, curtains, tree, string of lights. And I'll show you how all of this goes together. And then, of course, we have the little kid. All pieces can be used interchangeably with or without the picture window. Lots of dice, Sheila said. Yes, lots of dice, but worth it. So let's move our embossing folder and let's work on the building the house and building the window and kind of finishing it all up. Now, the one thing I thought I would do for this card, which I already embossed my background for this, this is the anchor color of Spellbinders Cardstock. And just to give it a little bit more of that snowy feel and vibe, on the embossed side, I'm going to take my white pigment ink and I'm just going to rub it very gently over the surface of the embossing. So it gives the bricks, first of all, it pulls that brick detail out, but it also kind of will help with that snowy vibe. And you can use as much or as little as you like here. I'm going to go pretty all over because I really want to bring that brick out. Love the little deer scene, would be so cute. Oh yeah. Are you going to get the newest Renee Clark color cubes? I don't think I know what those are. So maybe not, since I don't know. I would have to look into it. Okay, we're going to get that ink cleaned up. I'm not doing tons of ink, so I don't have tons of cleaning today. Then we are going to work on the window next. Love this technique on embossed panels. Yes, me too. So for the inside of the house, I did want it to look like the light was on, and I'll be honest, I tried a couple different colors of yellow cardstock that I own, and I didn't love either one. So I ended up going with Alabaster, and I do think it will make it look like there's a light on in the house. We're going to lay things out. We may grab a yellow ink and do a little blending if needed. Off-white wash, yes. So this is kind of my base layer for now. We've got these little inlays here. I got to pop out some of these pieces, And all of the pieces, I'm going to show you exactly what these cut with. There is a little trick to it. It is not hard. But just like with Spellbinders, they make them very interchangeable. So it's going to kind of look like this. Oops, don't forget our curtains inside. They're the soft pink chiffon. And there's my final one. That's what I was looking for. I like to lay it out. This is going to give you a much better idea how much you need to do. Otherwise, I would just go in and start inking. Well, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, I might do a little, but it's not going to need to be as much as I thought. I think we will ink a little bit of this tree too. Let's get these pieces out. What else do I need? I need the tie backs for the curtains. And I think we're good to go for the inside of the house. It's already amazing. I just love Spellbinders, Sheila. That is so awesome. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take that inside of the house, and I'm going to just blend a little bit of this butter color ink into this so that it looks like the light is on and the house is glowing, you know. Just so this isn't quite so flat. It's a pretty big surface area, and I think for this it's going to look really good with just a little bit of glow to it. We don't need to totally cover it, but any kind of ivory, guess I better order that, Monica said. Any kind of light yellow is just going to help with that glow a little bit. Next, I am going to take my tree, which is die cut from Grasshopper, Concord and Ninth. I'm going to take a little bit of the pine color. I did try die cutting the tree from some different colors, and I ended up just liking this best. But we're going to give it a little bit more dimension with some pine ink. Just a little. It's still going to maintain that Grasshopper look, but I think the inking is really going to help this. Stickles! Yes, I love stickles. And that technique with the embossing folder is one of my favorites. You can really do that with any of those. Okay, so we want to build anything inside of here first, and that's going to start with the tree. So our tree, we're going to glue down. And I'm just going to position it. Let me look at this. Oh, darn it. Maybe a tad lower, because we do have a little star topper, and I do want to see that. Dang it. I've got the dropsies all of a sudden. That's what happens when I've been working. You received yours last week and have yet to play with anything. Well, Susan, hopefully that inspires you to get it out this weekend. Okay, let's just double check that. And it's okay if part of the star is hidden back behind the window. In fact, I expect that, but I want it up there at the top. So that looks pretty good. We're going to leave that for just 1 second. And next we have our layering piece that goes back behind here for that nice little contrast. So let's go ahead and glue that down. Just like this. There we go. And then we've got a piece up here. And the cardstock I've used for this, again, the gray is called Anchor. And then I did choose to use the brushed black because it has a little shine to it. Pink and red pieces look like ladybugs. So many good sets from Spellbinders. I mean, they have been knocking it out of the park. 100%. All right. So let me just carefully. There's how our little window's looking. Now, my curtains are going to go along the side, inside of here too, before we glue that down. So just along the side, I'm going to double check, that looks good. We'll get our little tie backs. Tabitha, are you still foiling? And we're going to do this side. And our little tie back. This probably would have been a really good opportunity to use some pattern paper for my curtains, but I didn't think of it till now, but I do think that would be super cute. I'm so sorry. Frank is on it. I'm going to mute it really quick because apparently someone is... He's always on it to alert me when people like UPS is here or whatever. Okay, so I have got like little pink, red, and I believe gold. I thought I die cut gold. Maybe I didn't. Maybe just pink and red. So sorry. Yes, there's Frank. He's doing great. He's on the job, man. Okay. Sometimes he just hears neighbors. Honestly, that might have been the school bus. This is probably about the day, yeah, that the school bus comes around, and sometimes he hears they stop just down here, and he hears it every day. Every day he likes to let me know that the school bus is close by. I super appreciate it. I mean, what would I do without knowing that? Oh, there it is. Okay. So got some little ornaments on the tree. If I need to, I can add more gems later. Oh, it's coming together. It's fine, Frank barks. Yes. Oh, I'm glad you love them. He is my doorbell. I don't even need a doorbell. He hears people before they ring the door. Odin, not so much, and he's not my barker. But Frank, he is on the job. All right. Now, just like with all the sets, there are options. You do not have to put the little inside piece in here if you don't want to. These little inserts, but I do think they're very, very cute. So we're going to add those. Thank you. Yes, I know. I do try to mute it, but he often barks before I even know. All right. The details for this are just the cutest, literally. I'm so impressed. Okay, let me use some tweezers. Help that glue. Sweet dogs. Oh, you guys, thank you. So I guess I didn't really ask. Weekend plans. Crafting. Who's decorating for Christmas tomorrow? Have you already? No judgment. I'm probably going to start taking down Halloween. Let's see, my plans. I need to film a floss tube video. I tried all week to get that filmed again. Didn't happen, so I need to do that. I need to take down my Halloween decorations. I'm getting a water softener put in tomorrow morning. Yippee. Great. Love spending money on that. Yeah. And then hopefully I can have a nice weekend. I'm cat sitting for my son. So I got to take care of them. Finishing Christmas cards. Kid peeking through the window as a storefront. That would be so cute. And Plan with K says, me. Oh, I love it. Okay, I love these little string of lights up here. So I've got my string in black. And I think I did red and gold. These all have layering as well. I mean, the detail. The detail is phenomenal. So we're just going to go in with our little embellishment wand and start popping these down in place. I also thought multicolored would be cute, but because I was kind of doing my pink-red theme, I did try to... I didn't want to go too crazy with colors. Husband is bow hunting. It's a crafting weekend. Tabitha, you are not the only one I've heard say that. That husband's hunting, so it's a free weekend for you. I love that. Lori said that, I think last weekend, my friend Lori, you guys know Lori Craig. Some of you have probably taken an OLO class from Lori. She said her husband was hunting and he was like, not going to be back. And she's like, okay, he'll be back, you know, like in a day or two or something. I thought that was funny. Oh, I need to cut more lights. Whoops. Well, guess I didn't cut enough. Ladies, isn't hunting season your favorite season of all? Oh, parents just bought a new house, so helping. Oh, thanks so much, Jay. It is real life. This is true. And I'm sure you guys know they're a huge part of my life. Love those little stinkers. They live the comfortable life here for sure. Okay, if you're doing two colors, note to self, you're going to need to cut the lights twice from each color. If you're doing multiple colors, you know, you can do it a little different. But I think that's how you get enough. Let me cut that one more time. And I'm going to put that die away because that little die is just asking to get lost if I don't put it away right then and there. But I am considering maybe decorating one tree on Sunday if I get around to it. We'll see. Otherwise, maybe next weekend. Okay, let's look at our picture window so far. Isn't it cute? Okay, I definitely think my tree needs more decorations, but we shall work on that in a minute. Okay, the next thing that I want to look at here, because we have some big chunks of dies, the snow for the top here is big, our picture window is big, and then we've got this nice big snowy bank here. I'm going to pop these all up with foam against my brick background. So I'm going to take some roll of tape and we're going to start pretty high up and have our window nice and high in our card. Definitely going to have to hit the replay. I know, it's a long one today. Fun with dies is what I should have called this one. Hello. It's the perfect picture window. And, you know, honestly, I think you could take all the Christmas things out of it. And if you have some other smaller dies, I would need to go shop. I'd need to go shop my stash and see what I have. But I think it could be made very cute for some other things. All right. So we're going to get our snow up here as high as possible. Like that. And let's go ahead and put some foam on the back of this. Like so. It could be a gazebo, Sheila. That is an awesome tip. Oh, Jennifer, it's going to be so fun. Jennifer, are you going to take any classes, or are you just going to come enjoy crafting with others for the weekend? All right. There we go. And then we're going to have the snow down here like so. Now, I feel like I need to cut maybe a little bit more of that off. I like to err on the side of caution, so I left it a little bit taller. I'm just going to snip maybe not even quite 1/4 of an inch off. And it's going to go right down here. Now, I'm not going to attach it yet. I'm thinking I might stamp directly on here. I thought it was a gazebo. Yeah, it's supposed to be like a little picture window. All right, so let's go ahead and assemble our little sled and our little kiddo pulling the sleigh. So if you watched the first card, it's pretty similar as far as construction goes. There's little score lines that really kind of help show where to put everything. I will start at the head this time instead of starting at the feet. It reminded me of the gazebo in Holiday in Handcuffs. Oh, I have not seen that. Okay. What's cute about this outfit, it's like it's the little girl here is wearing like a jacket with a little puffer vest over it, or a sweater with a puffer vest. That's kind of what it looks like anyway. So there's these little pieces that fit, and this one's even tinier. I mean, it looks like a little scrap garbage piece. But it's not. It's just this little hint right here. And it's so cute. And then the little scarf goes around the neck, which is going to help break up the pink of her little sweater and the pink of her hat. White squirrel. So the PDF of the class is still available. The kit has sold out for that, for the cross-stitch Jingle Ball event. I only bought the PDF, so you kit it up yourself, basically. Find supplies you want to use. I think when I film my video, I am going to talk about it, but go to Lindy's Stitches here on YouTube, and her Jingle Ball videos walk you through how all of the sign-up stuff works. If you have any questions, since it's your first one. I'm so excited you're joining. And I'll definitely talk about that too in my video, because I know that there's a lot of new Jingle Ballers. Madeline, Jingle Ball is a cross-stitching needlework event in December. So if you're a cross-stitcher, join us. It's super fun. There are classes, but they are not mandatory. You can totally... Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted because I'm looking for her mitten. You can just do the online weekend event. Come and craft. You can Zoom stitch with others. For $15, you get to do a whole bunch of stuff the whole weekend. It's really, really fun. Okay, so I'm going to do some little... Gave her little gold booties, I guess. Oh, no, whoops. I lie. It's like she has little leg warmers on first. I forgot. So many little pieces here, but they're so cute. Okay, so let's do those. See if I can find her mitten here in a minute. It might show up, might have to re-die cut it. We shall see. I thought I die cut it, but you know how those things go. Yes, you're going to have so much fun just stitching and doing the exclusive shop, or the exclusive things in the shops and stuff. Yeah, super. That's what I did my first year. Then I've taken some classes and stuff, and that's fun too. But either way, it's fun. Okay, before I finish doing her, I guess I'm going to put this little red portion onto the little sled that she's pulling. There we go. All right, I am really thrown that I am missing that. Well, that's all right. We'll find it here in a little bit. I feel like I'm missing something else. Hold, let me reference this, please. Oh, yeah, I am. Her little pants. I forgot I did them in little white. There's so many cute little layers. Oh, and I see the glove. I just don't like it. Why is it in gold? Probably because I did her shoes in gold. Must be on the same die. Well, we're going to just die cut that again. This is real life how Nicole crafts. I'm sure you guys do too. You look at it and you're like, oh, look how cute she is. Adorable. Okay, let me find that mitten. It's right here. And let's die cut that. Just the red is right here. We're going to do that. Let me put this back in here. I don't want to lose it. Lindy said, Steph said you can get your ticket right up. Yeah, you can get your ticket for the Jingle Ball right up into the day. The PDFs for classes will close out a day or two ahead of time. And that's just to give the designers enough time to get those emailed out to everybody. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? Just all of the different layers and colors and textures, and you can totally have fun with it. Make it your own. I cross-stitched a bucket on a sweatshirt for my husband once. It turned out so cool. My mom used to cross-stitch on sweatshirts back in the day. I still remember her making Christmas gifts for people. I remember some of them. I mean, that was probably, well, not probably. If I was a kid, it was in the 80s. So I'm also going to put some texture on her scarf, her little pom-pom. That might be it. Just a little something. Dress her up a tiny bit. Getting my granddaughter a latch kit. She's 6 and would love to start learning about everything. Susan, I love that so much. I love that. Yeah, I hope I have some grandkiddos one day because I'm going to start them early. I did try with all of my kids used to do some stuff, and I don't think any of them do anything anymore. I keep thinking my daughter will want to. She does not. Maybe she'll change her mind. Maybe not. Maybe it's not her thing. She's missing out. Crafting makes us happy, right, everyone? I probably shouldn't speak for everyone, but it makes me happy. Oh my gosh, these little packages. Okay, these little packages as well. I think these are another little piece that can be used for anything. So again, maybe you want to tuck these around the Christmas tree. Maybe you want to forget, you know, all the huge scene building and you want to do a card with a tree. You can do a card with a tree, put these little packages underneath. Maybe you want to do, oh, I don't know, not this one. Like I said, you could put something else on the little sled for them to be pulling, and you can put packages somewhere else. There's just a lot of different things that you can do with this that I think, beyond just building the scene that it was intended for. That's what I want to say. Okay, let me get the little handle here. Maybe. Come here. So we're going to, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on the handle first, and I'm going to glue her hand to it. Then I'm going to put glue on the little round part here, and I'm going to attach that to the sled so that I get the right angle and I don't like attach it too high or too low, if that makes sense. I forgot about latch kits. You know what? Those were so fun. All right. I haven't done one of those in a while. That's a great idea. Okay, maybe let's pick that up. Do I need to add more glue? Maybe. Okay. So she's going to be kind of about like this. See, when you add the little kid to the scene, it just brings it all. So what I want to do now, I really like this, I really like several of these, but this Wishing You a Christmas That Feels Like Home just feels like it goes with this card. So I think what we're going to do is stamp this down here along the bottom before we assemble this. So let me move my gifts out of the way. Let me knock some stuff on the floor, unintentionally. And I'm going to just pop this upside down. I'm going to make sure my sentiment is in here upside down. And I am going to stamp this in lobster red because I think a little pop of color is going to be cute. I hope I like this. I don't know if I do. I'm using that brushed white cardstock and I'm afraid... Okay, I'm going to try something to fix this because I don't know if I love this a lot. Hold on. Here's what we're going to do to fix this, because I don't think that the red looks great on the brushed white. But I've not moved my stamp. I cleaned it. I'm going to ink it up with a clear embossing ink, and if this doesn't work, it's just paper. I'll cut another one, but I'm going to stamp it with clear right over the top. And then, let me grab a scrap piece of paper. We'll use this gold. I'm going to take red embossing powder, and we're going to see if this looks good. I bet this looks better. Okay, one little thing before I heat set it. I'm going to just take a dry paintbrush and remove some of those stray flakes. Wow, the length of this video, I could keep you company. If you're watching this on replay, thank you. Watch it in super speed. Okay, let me put this away so I don't spill it on anything. I always forget I have this red embossing powder and I love it. Yep. Much, much better. All right. We're going to put a little foam down here along the bottom. Let's see. I probably can get another little piece right here if it's close enough. Where it overlaps our little picture window, we don't want it to be popped up. Oh, I'm glad, Anne. I actually kind of like long videos because I turn them on all the time when I'm crafting, and it kind of keeps me company. Oh, look how cute this is going to be. Okay, we're almost finished. We'll have to go back and look at our cards we made earlier. And she's going to be right here. Just like so. She's out playing in the snow. And what I love is just by switching up the outfit, I really think you can kind of make it work for any little kid, which I think is adorable. Let me clean up a little of that glue. It's a little bit messier than I had intended. We're going to do a little stack of gifts. Hey, good news. My neighbor has his music going. Must be a party. It's the Friday afternoon party, everybody. The Halloween party's going on. And we're going to add that last little present. And then I'll probably add a few sparklies to my tree to round it out. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Okay. I'm going to put a little foam. See if this will work. Because these last final two presents are not on the layer that's popped up down here at the bottom, they are popped up. I just don't think that they're popped up great. I'm going to put foam under them because I think that's going to make them lay on my card a little bit nicer. It won't look like they're sinking in. Does that make sense? Now, I only did these 3. I do have extra presents. I think if you shift these around, you could even make this fuller. You know what I mean? That'd be cute. All of the pink in today's cards would make my 22-year-old happy. Oh. Okay. Before I finish, I am going to go back to my little crystal sparkles here that I've been using because I feel like our Christmas tree needs some additional little sparklies. And this is a great opportunity to play with any of your gems. And in fact, if you don't want to die cut all of the round little circle shapes, this is a great time to break out like multiple gemstone colors and use them for your little ornaments on your trees. But I felt like this needed a little sparkle for sure. So cute. Ta-da! Look at that cute little house. Oh my gosh, you guys. Obsessed. These sets are so cute. And remember, if you're not part of the Spellbinders clubs, these will all be available to the public on the 10th of November. So you can grab your favorites. Let's take a look at all 3 cards we made today. Let me pull them down just a little bit. And they all feature just mixing and matching different components from the clubs. So this one here on the right, small die of the month, glimmer of the month, stamp of the month. This is the stitching die of the month, the embossing folder of the month, and some extra goodies, plus that same glimmer. And then this is the 3D embossing folder, large die of the month, and stamp of the month. So lots of opportunities to mix and match, lots of ways to, hopefully, even if you have stuff at home, maybe the color combination or things like that, just really, really fun. I love to kind of pick a palette with my monthly club kits and then go with it. Okay, did I miss anybody's questions as I was trying to get these finished putting together? Let me know. I will get all of these posted and up on my blog and social. Hi, Anna. Been here since scrapbooking days. I love that. Dedicated replay member, but today made it here live. Well, that is fantastic. I'm so glad you were. I'm so glad. And a new Patreon member too. Welcome. I'm so glad, Anna. Rewatch while you craft. Well, fantastic, Susan. I'm so glad. I'm glad I can keep you company. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Happy Halloween. I know we just made Christmas, but happy Halloween. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, whether you're passing out candy or just simply enjoying the evening. I will be here next week, next Friday, for a Pretty Pink Posh release live. Stay tuned. Lots and lots of good stuff coming this week. Lots of new content. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly love sharing creativity with this amazing community of crafters. A special thank you goes out to my wonderful Patreon members. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, you'll find the link in the video description below. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do and enjoy exclusive content, behind-the-scenes updates, and extra perks. There's something for everyone, and we'd love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.